Ooh, I have to sneeze. Just kidding. No, I don't. Hi. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you've never been here before. Today, we are going to be talking about the new Planet of the Apes movie, Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. Now, little quick fact about me, I love Planet of the Apes movie. I will go hard for the Planet of the Apes movies. I used to watch the 70s ones with my dad. I don't remember too much of it because it was so long ago, but I have so much love for the revamped series that we are in right now. Rise of the Planet of the Apes is a 5-star movie for me. So because of Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes coming out, me and my husband embarked on a journey to watch at least the newer ones. So we watched Rise, Dawn, War, and then we went to the theaters and watched Kingdom. And let me just say, this surprised me. You never know with these kinds of movies because Rise for me is a 10 out of 10. Dawn, out of 5 stars, Dawn is like a 2.5. I did not really care for Dawn. I thought it was very boring to me. I know that's an unpopular opinion because a lot of people love Dawn. That's their number one. They love it more than Rise. I don't get it. I really don't. Your opinion's wrong. It makes me mad, but it's like whatever. People can have whatever opinion they want. I know it. But Rise is so much better than Dawn. It just is. It sets up the franchise so well. Anyways, War, I'd give that like a 3 out of 5 stars. That one is definitely better than Dawn, in my opinion, and it has Woody Harrelson in it, so that puts it over the edge. Now, with Kingdom, I gave Kingdom out of 5 stars, I gave it 4 stars. So for me, my ranking of the revamped series is Rise, Kingdom, War, and then Dawn. So with Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes, you're following basically Caesar's legacy generations after War ended. So this is way into the future. I've been kind of waiting for this to come about in the Planet of the Apes series because when I would watch the 70s ones, that's what I really liked about that. It was like less humans, more monkeys. That's what I want. I want less humans, more apes. And that's exactly what this movie provided. Barely any humans in this at all, which we love. The CGI for this looks way better than Dawn and War. For Rise, I liked the CGI in it. I was like, okay. But for some reason for Dawn and War, it looked so goofy. But the CGI for this one looks way better. So I was very appreciative of that. And I like that they do a really good job. I think it was important that they made it so that there would be kind of callbacks later on. That's what I love so much about Rise as well. When I say it sets up the rest of the franchise perfectly, it's because that's where we see the birth of a lot of the themes and symbols that are used throughout the series, and it's so good and emotional. I do like how much they're really trying to tie in the originality from the 70s versions of Planet of the Apes with the same names, the same characters, symbols, like all the things like that. Like they really do try to tie in some originality. I would even say the music as well had some 70s Planet of the Apes vibes to it. So I do like how much they're like trying to tie into it. And the story for this one is really good as well. Like I said, my thing is I want less humans, more monkeys. So this one is just basically full monkey. We're going full monkey politics. Of course, with Caesar's legacy, we're kind of following like maybe like a little bit of Roman Empire-y themes. Like I said, there's a lot of themes going on in this. So many. There's like almost a religious aspect. There's almost a Roman Empire aspect. There's the humanity aspect because the monkeys are smart. The apes are smart. I don't know. I just love how much this expanded, and I think it sets up also for more movies. I don't know what the rest of the movies would be. My husband said this, but he said, I'm kind of waiting for some movie to happen, not like in space, because the original one, it is a whole planet of apes is what they discover. But for this one, my husband said he was kind of waiting for maybe like there's a mission to Mars or in space or whatever, and then humans come back and they see Earth and they're like, what the fuck, where are all the humans? There's only apes here. I think that would be a really interesting, really cool way they can kind of take into the story, because I didn't really know where they could take the story. Again, I could feel Kingdom being something that they were leading into, just like how Rise was leading into like a new storyline almost. So I think this one also set up if they wanted to do more movies after, which I feel like they will. They made it seem so I would expect them to make more movies after Kingdom, following the events that happened in Kingdom, because a lot happened. I can see them wanting to use Kingdom to establish like new characters, new themes, new whatever, and they can set up and have a couple more movies after. So I loved this one. Out of 10, I would give it, since I gave it 4 out of 5 stars, I'd give this like an 8 out of 10. This is really good. It's definitely something I would rewatch. Oh, the colors of this too. See, that's something I didn't really like about Dawn and War. It was so dark. I feel like I couldn't see anything. And then War was like in the snow, in the mountains, and I was like, I don't like this. This one, it's so bright and colorful. Greenery is everywhere. There's lakes and beaches, and I was like, yes, I love it. I just love the setting that we were in. So I was kind of waiting for like some reveal of like where this is all taking place, some monument or human relic thing to come about, because I remember that being something that was kind of portrayed quite often in the original Planet of the Apes ones, but they did not do that in this one. So a little disappointed, but nothing to dock it down. The only reason why I did not give this 5 stars is because, and my husband said this too, there were some things that were kind of confusing. So like the very beginning, you're just meeting all these new people and you don't know who they are. It's kind of random, but they do a lot of things they kind of expect you to know, or they're gonna explain it later. But for me, that gets a little frustrating because they took such a long time to explain what it is that they're doing. They're doing something and I'm like, can someone explain to me what it is that we're doing? And they don't explain it until way later. And that I particularly don't like, but that's pretty much the main thing that docked it a star for me. But I'm going to go on a journey probably to rewatch the older ones. There's, I think, 5 older ones, 5 or 7. Beneath, there's Original, Beneath, Conquest, Battle. Yeah, I think there's 5. So I'm excited to rewatch all of those, maybe make a ranking video talking about those as well, because it's been a long ass time since I've seen those, and they have basically a completely different plot line than these newer ones. But I do like the new plot line that they added for these like revamped ones. So yeah, I'm excited to dive back into that. With that said and done, I want to give a huge shout out to all of my patrons, and especially Mark Sylvester, James Cox, and Tragic Mike. Thank you so much, and make sure to go ahead and check out my Patreon if you haven't already. Okay, link for my Patreon will be in the description below if you want to check it out and see what's in store for you there. What did you guys think about Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes? Do you love it? Do you hate it? Do you think it's just all right? What is your rankings of these 4 movies, of Rise, Dawn, War, and Kingdom, if you have seen Kingdom? At least with the first 3, if you have seen those, what is your ranking? I'm really interested to know if you have a good reason for Dawn. I've heard so many reasons of why Dawn is people's favorite. I just can't roll with it. It was so boring to me. I just couldn't roll with it. I really couldn't. Honestly, War was a lot more interesting. The storyline, so much more interesting and easy to keep up with, honestly. So that's just my opinion though. We can talk about that another day. And I talk about that a lot in my April letterboxd recap. That is just for my Patreon members. So if you really want to know my opinions about that, it'll be in that video. But thank you for coming along with me on this journey. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, do all of that jazz. And as always, thanks for watching.